Well, hello there. Welcome to Gamers Web. My name's Mark. In this video, we're going to take a look at these here Teslabots for Wild West Exodus from Warcradle Studios. Let's check it out. Hi and welcome back. Okay, so as I said in the intro, we're going to take a look at the UR-31E Teslabots for Wild West Exodus from Warcradle Studios. These were very kindly sent to me by Free over at Warcradle, so thanks very much, Free. And without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, so the models are already available if you buy the new starter set, the Showdown at Retribution. These are on pre-order. They're due out in early February at the time of recording this, so not too long to wait for them coming out. Right, so Teslabots are a creation of Nikola Tesla, and they are for the Union faction, with the Union badge here. And here we get on the back, we get 6 Teslabots, which can be built in one of 2 different ways, with a variety of poses. So you've got the Teslabots that are armed as riflemen, or the ones that have got the electro baton and shield. So let's just jump in and see what we get. Now, I've not actually seen the new plastics yet. I've been looking forward to them coming. So I'm as eagerly excited to open this as you can probably imagine, because I really do love Wild West Exodus. So we'll get rid of the rubbish. Great artwork, all brand new artwork on the cover. This is in the new core rulebook. You can actually find this in there. And if I can just get into the box without damaging the box, because I want to keep the box. Right, okay, so what do we get? We get 2 sprues and 6 round 32mm bases. And here are the sprues. Okay, so both sprues are identical. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so we can have a little better look at the sprues. Right, so we have the shields here. I can just put my hand under so we can focus. So the shields, the energy shields for the Teslabots, and the batons. So there's 3 of those, and various leg poses, the torsos, the big disc that goes on the back of them, which I'm not sure, I think it's meant to be a landmine or something like that. And then a variety of head poses. Here, if I can just get to focus. Well done. There we go, a variety of head poses. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, there's 6 different heads there. And there's another 2 there. So you got, and another 1 there. So 9 heads altogether. And then there's also the rifles as well. There's 3 rifles. And they look like they go together quite easily. There's not really much I can show you with this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble them. And both sprues are identical, as you can see. So let me just zoom out again. Right, so both sprues are identical. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly assemble a couple of these, and I'll do one as a bot, as a rifleman, and I'll do the other one with the shield and baton. And then if I've got enough time, I might get to painting them on the camera, but I don't know. I might do that as a later thing. But the rules for them and the instruction, assembly instructions and everything are all found on the Warcradle Studios website. So just go over to warcradle.com and you'll find the rules for them. The rules for all the Union cards have dropped recently, so you can get the rules for the full army. Right, so bear with me a moment. I'll just get these assembled and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So I'm going to take a quick look at the assembly instructions for the faction, so you can assemble your Teslabots. I'm going to have a quick look at the rules as well. So to do that, because you don't get them in the actual box itself, you need to get them from the website. Either go to warcradlestudios.com and check out the Our Games tab, and then just follow the link for Wild West Exodus, or go to wildwestexodus.com, and when you get there, you'll see this lovely bar here, this menu bar, and we'll do the resources first. So you click on resources, and that will bring up downloadable tabs for your various factions and stuff. So we've got the rules in English, we've got them in French, German and Spanish. You can download those for free. And special unit rules, weapon qualities, base sizes, FAQs and all that stuff. Now, this is a living game. It gets updated constantly, so check back. There might be changes to the rules that'll be in the errata, but the rules themselves aren't going to change for a good while because they've just come out. Okay, so we'll go down to extras, and then we have our assembly guides here. We've got some terrain posters to put around your buildings and stuff, and then here we've got like the Showdown at Retribution assembly guide. This is what we need. So we'll click on that, and it gives us our assembly guide for all of the models that you find in the Showdown at Retribution box set. What we're going to do is, I'm just going to save time by clicking on this one here, by scrolling down. So we've got our UR-31E Teslabot A, which is the one, which is the guard that's got the shield and the stun baton, and then we've got the Teslabot B, which is the same one for some reason. Alright, it's the same image. Teslabot C. So you got like basically the you can put the shield on the left or the right arm, and you've also got the rifle. So they're very, very simple to put together. Just glue the body into the legs, glue the legs onto the base, and then choose which arms you want and put them on. And you can get a further degree of posability without cutting and changing. And then there's 9 different heads, so you can choose the heads and put them on to give a bit of variety. Right, so with that said, what we're going to do now is we're going to come out of here, and we're going to go back to our main page, and we're going to go to factions. Very easy to assemble. Now with the factions here we have all of the various factions for the game. So there's the Enlightened, the Hex, the Lawmen, Order, Outlaws, Union, Warrior Nation and Watchers. The one that we want is a Union because the Teslabots are a Union creation. And this gives you all the details of the Union itself and the history and stuff like that on the faction info. But we don't need that. What we need is this here where it says download all unit cards. And again, it will open up a PDF with all of the characters and units for the faction, and we just go through there. So start off here, we've got Abraham Lincoln and legendary Abraham Lincoln and Albert Campbell and Alfred Woodhouse and various characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scroll down on the side and the menu, and then we should have the Teslabots coming up in a moment. There we go. Right, so there's the Teslabots. We're just going to make those a little bit bigger so you can see them. Right. Okay, so they're both the same, like that. Right, so we've got the designation for the character here, which is the UR-31E Teslabot guard, and the points per model is 4 points, so they come in a unit of 3 to 6, so it's either going to cost you 12 points or 24 points for the unit. They have the keywords troops, union, automata, machine, virtual man and simulacra, which all come into play during the game. The special rules are this unit has the following special rules. Durable, this unit may ignore the first point of piercing from an attack unless it has brutal, blast or torrent quality. Shield, aura, special action, this unit gains +1 grit for the remainder of the round unless the attack has shock, blast or torrent quality. And Tesla Masterwork, the stun and disorder conditions do not cause attribute penalties to be suffered by this unit, though they may still count as having the appropriate condition, because sometimes you'll get a bonus if something's got a condition. Right, and then the model is armed with electro stun baton. It's got a rate of attack of 1 and a piercing of 0, and it doesn't have a range because it's a melee weapon. And on a critical, it gives the stun value on a critical. And looking at the revolver wheel, we have a quickness of 4, we have our metal of, a mind of 3. We have our aim of 4. We have our grit of 6. We have our fight of 5, and we have our limit of 2. So this means that you can give this model a maximum of 2 actions per activation. Right, okay, so we shall move on and have a look at the next one, which is identical, more or less. It's got the same strats, and it's got durable and Tesla masterwork. It just doesn't have the shield special action. All the keywords are identical. It's 4 points, so it's 12 points or 24 points, depending on how many you take. And its stats on its wheel are more or less identical, apart from the fact that its aim is 5 instead of 4 because it's a ranged weapon one, and its fight is 4 instead of 5. So they just transpose those around. It's got a basic melee attack. On a critical, it doesn't do anything, but the electro carbine has got a range of 15. It's got a piercing of 1, so -1, and a rate of attack of 1. So every time you roll the dice, the opponent takes 1 off their armor. Makes it easier for you actually to do some damage. On a critical, it gives the shock value on a critical. So that's a quick look at the Teslabots. Now the actual models themselves, we do have some images of them. They're quite cool, but I'm going to finish off the painting and assembly guides, and we'll get back to that in a moment. And I'm going to try and assemble one on camera if I can, and I shall see you in a moment. Okay, so the torso is dry and the legs are dry on the model. So what I'm going to do now is do a sub-assembly. And for this, I'm going to glue on the arm that's got the shield and the arm that's got the stun baton on shield, and glue these in place. Now, again, they're on a ball and socket, which makes it a little bit easier to actually put them on. And I just discovered that I put that one on upside down. Right, that'll be okay. I'm going to take that one off and re-glue it on. Just put the hand on upside down. Right, okay. Right, so again, bit of glue into the socket and just put my brush down. And then I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to have it, I know you can't see where my fingers are, you can't see the model because my hands are in the way, but basically I'm trying to position it as if he's actually walking forward and using the shield to protect himself. And then I'm just going to put that back up. Now what you could do here, I'm using polystyrene cement, what you could do is use super glue and super glue activator to get it in position the first time and keep it in the right place. And then I'm going to do the same with the baton hat, like that, and I just put the baton arm in place. Now, because of the nature of polystyrene cement, I'm going to get some droop on those, and it's going to drop down slightly. But we can sort that out in a little while, because you get a little while to work with it. Now, also the nature of where his head is, because the head's separate, I've got the shield up, so I want the head to be looking in this direction. So it's looking at like a 45-degree angle from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the head, on the next section, like that. And then I'm going to get the head, and instead of having the head looking forward, I'm going to have the head, so the head's tilted and looking towards the shield, as if it's looking over the shield. And I'll try and get the head so the face is in the right direction, like that. Okay, now that doesn't look too bad. I'm quite pleased with that one, that'll be okay like that. And we've got a couple of more pieces to put on, and this model's done. So we have this little piece at the back that looks like a landmine. Now, I'm not sure if it is a landmine or if it's part of Tesla's control to actually control the creature, the automaton. And if you actually look on the base, it only goes on one way. There's a little slot on the back of the model, and this little nub here just goes into it. So I'm going to get some more glue, pop a bit more glue on my brush, and then I'm using a cheap old brush. This is very, very old. I use it when I'm doing my gluing if I don't have a nozzle adapter, which I don't at the moment. So once I finish gluing things together, I'll just wash this with IPA, and it'll be, you know, as good as new for the next time. Okay, so this is the trickier part. If you've got fat fingers like me, you might find it easier to do this using a pair of tweezers. But that just sits into the little recess like that and goes onto the back of the model. So it's like so. And then we've got the last two pieces, which are the shoulder pads, which go, they only go one way, which is with the, get my finger, the little knob at the bottom pointing downwards, and you can see there's a little like raised lip that goes downwards, and there's one on each side. And again, if you've got tweezers, which I have but I can't reach them, so I'm not going to bother with them, I'm just going to pop this on, and then I'm just going to try and manipulate it with my fingertips so they can get it in place. In fact, actually, I'm going to use my scalpel and get that in place with my scalpel, like that. There we go. Now this guy's coming off his base because I've not glued him on properly, and everything's falling over. There we go. Right. Okay, so I've assembled two of them. I'm actually running out of time because I need to get my son his tea and a few other bits and pieces here in the family. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to assemble one more figure, which I'm going to do as one of the riflemen. So rather than using the polystyrene cement, what I'm going to use is super glue. A medium cyanoacrylate super glue from React. I got this one from my local model shop up here in Edinburgh, which is Wonderland, and a big shout out to those guys, they're awesome. Okay, so to make this really quick, I'm going to do is just a little drop of super glue in the socket, and then I'm just going to put the gun in the position that I want it in, which I'm just going to have this so that the gun is pointing forward, because the guy's in a kind of a centre pose. He's stood still. If I can actually get the damn thing to stick on, there we go, like that. And his arm's falling off. Okay, so plan B. Super glue can be a bit of pain in the neck to work with, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put this in place, and then I'm going to use some super glue kicker or activator. This is one called Zap. It's quite a good one, and this basically, because super glue works by drying the moisture out of things. That's why it sticks to your skin so well. This actually will dry the super glue very, very quickly and make it so it should bond almost instantly. So get it in place, and then like that, and it's bonded instantly. And then I'm just going to put on the other arm. Now, the arms, you come with left and right shield and gun arms. So as you can see, this is just a normal arm. So you could actually have one of the models with no weapons at all if you really wanted to. So again, just a little tiny drop of super glue, don't need too much. Now, if you're using Zapper, make sure that you don't put your Zapper anywhere near your super glue, because it will dry up your super glue lid and your nozzle, and you won't be able to use your super glue because it won't work. Okay, and I've learned that from experience a lot faster than hard. Okay, so I've got tweezers. I managed to dig them out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue, because I've got my arms in the position that I want them, which is quite, it's alright pose, it's not too bad. I'm going to put the head on, and then I'm going to put the shoulder pads on. So the head first, and if I pick the head up, I'll get the right place. Now you can use your tweezers, but my eyesight's not good enough to use tweezers, so I'm just using guesswork. And this guy's going to have his head looking slightly over his gun. And I've got to make sure that it goes down slightly before it dries with the super glue. And now he's not sticking on at all. Right, not enough glue on. There we go. Okay. So now, as always, if you're using super glue, be careful with it, because it is a an adhesive, and it's very powerful stuff. You can really cause some irreparable problems to your skin if you don't put it treat it with respect. Okay, so that piece has gone on almost straight away, and it's slightly off center, but that doesn't really matter too much. You could be walking. Then I'm just going to put on the two shoulder pads, and then we can have a look at the models assembled. Okay, and that's him done. I'm quite pleased with that, that's alright. Okay, so I'm just going to reset the camera, and we'll have a look at what the models look like when they're all assembled. Okay folks, so here are the finished UR-31E Teslabots with the Union troops. These are my painted Union troops. Obviously I've not had a chance to paint the Teslabots yet. I've got my sergeant down at the front with his two guard Teslas, and then up at the top the sniper guy and all the two Union troops are being defended by a rifleman. And all in all, I'm really pleased with them. I'm looking forward to fielding them in my Union force. So with that said, I'd just like to thank Free from Wayland Games and Warcradle for the sample, and Warcradle for all the help with this review. And I will hopefully bring you some more for Wildwest Exodus, which is a fantastic game. The models are still on pre-order. They're due out very shortly. I will leave a link below where you can actually get them from. So all it means for me to say now is thank you for tuning in, and no matter where you are in the world, stay safe, look after yourself, and we'll hopefully see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.